Substitute Nation, Robert Smith Jr. here. We did it at the crib. 5 picks. Come on.
I am at the Pudju at the Baware. Boomer.
Get up! Get up!
Yeah! Not me. Not me.
Trap House Boomin.
Oh, you boys, they my brothers, they my friends.
Boomer Sooner.
Trap House. As we advance, the mark of a true good football team is how they handle the sudden change. Now, for the uninitiated, sudden change is a turnover or an unexpected change of possession within the gridiron. I must say, I am noticing a certain level of poise with this team that I did not see at all last season. Because that early Farouk fumble could have easily set the tone for Tulsa to steal that extra possession and put at least a field goal on the board and give the T-Town home crowd some vigor and some much needed momentum, which could have shifted the dynamics of the game, much like what happened late last night in the Colorado State game. The Rams got an early momentum shift and almost high-stepped out of there with a road upset. She's a beauty, that number 9. Gentry showed up and showed out, just like he did for so long at Booker T. Washington. Now, I expected him to be fired up for this one, but man, that kid is so physical, bro. And I gotta keep it real. Danny Stutzman, in my opinion, is the best linebacker in the nation currently. 3 games into the season, and he has already amassed 30 tackles. The defense came up with 5 picks, but what really tickled your boy Big's Trap fancy was the run gap integrity. We looked as stout as a finely brewed Irish Pilsner style lager, holding Tulsa to 75 yards on the ground with an average of 1.6 yards per carry. Now, I'm ecstatic about the 5 interceptions. You know your boy Big Trap love him some takeaways. But I must say, we did give up a few big splash plays to Tulsa skill guys, allowing 4 different receivers to have a reception for over 20 yards. But all in all, man, it was a good day on the defensive side of the locker room. I gotta give a tip of the cap to Tulsa QB Cardell Williams. That kid got some potential, man. I'm gonna be watching him real close.
I do feel like, we got a better edge. I think we have more maturity. I think we have a better football IQ. I think we have, again, more competitive depth and, again, hunger, and chip on our shoulder, all those things to perform, better than we did a year ago. But every team's different, But I'm really excited. I really like this football team, and they're a fun group of guys. They're close with each other, and that doesn't always mean you're going to win, but I do believe that we got a different level of depth and a different, level of, overall commitment and a better, again, we had good leadership last year, just didn't have enough. And I think we got more guys that are capable of winning and more guys that are capable of leading.
On the offensive side, the Golden Hurricanes were outmatched, outmanned, and outgunned. This was a get-right game for Hefe Levy and company. I loved his schematic approach this week, although I was worried with last week's display versus SMU and all of the outside noise of his less than special guests. But he apologized, and I'm hearing Venables and Levy's ironed it out behind the scenes ASAP and didn't allow any dissension to spread and fester throughout the ranks. I may have said this before, but I'm from the Hal Mummy coaching tree in essence. I was an air raid guy long before it was cool. That's why when Coach Stoops brought Fredo Riley in, bro, I was happy as all get out. So I follow a lot of what goes on with Coach Hal to this day. And if you know him and Mike Leach, you can kind of see where I get my quirky or eccentric take on the way I cover sports. So following what's going on with Mummy, I knew a while back that Art would be showing his face in the public soon because he had got that coaching job in the new International Football League for the team down in Dallas. But we are past that, and I'm not trying to rehash it or anything. I just didn't want you guys thinking I was ducking it or whatnot, you know? Art has a vile stain on his jacket, but it's not for me to condemn him. That's up for the big athletic director in the sky, bro. And I'm sorry for this tangent, but I think it fits because I believe Lebby was on a mission to show his worth this week, and boy did he. Dime Time's maturation within the offensive scheme is reaching a top tier level of evolution. 90% completion rate, 28 for 31, over 400 yards, 5 tutties and a mirror pick with a QBR of 98. Whew, boy is cooking, bro. And speaking of cooking, these Jackson Arnold appetizers that they just keep teasing me with week after week leaves your boy Big Trap's mouth watering, clamoring for more. But Dime Time is in his bag right now, bro. So I'm going to continue to have faith in 8. As far as the Yamaha boys, Javante carried majority of the water out of the backfield with 13 totes for 68 yards. But the impressive 5.2 average yards per carry is what made me pause for the cause and say, okay, we getting there. I like seeing Gavin test out that hamstring as well, dipping his beak, getting it wet with 9 carries. I expect them to continue to baby him up throughout the season, bro, because with these track speed guys, those hamstring injuries, they can be tricky, bro. But I was glad to see him punch one in, man, just for the sake of morale and esprit de corps, you know.
He's going deep and he's got a man. The pass is caught.
The pass catching group definitely did their numbers, bro, with 3 receivers for over 100 yards receiving. But I'm not going to gas our boys up, man, because I expected them to eat soup off of Tulsa's DB's helmets, bro. But I did enjoy seeing Stoops looking like himself again. Jaleel got his retribution, and he was due for a breakout day, man. But that big blue transfer, Anthony, he is becoming a star in his own right. Straight tone setter, man. Big Nick, Big Jaden, those boys came the ball, man. I love seeing those young guys get those reps. Even Gavin had a couple snags. I'm extremely confident in our pass catching group, bro. We got some studs in that receiver room. All in all, a good day. I saw a lot of physicality up front as far as the offensive line. But I think this week we get the real test up front to see what our guys are made of on the road, going to hostile territory in Cincy. That crowd can get animated, man. It's going to be big to see how we handle the adjustments, get the audibles in, the calls in. What's the communication like within the line of scrimmage on the big guys up front? So I'm going to be looking at this one real close, bro. This is the true measuring stick for us, man. And all in all, bro, man, I don't want to get emotional or nothing, but bro, the love you guys showed my daughter, man, I appreciate it, bro. I really do, man. This is truly the best damn fan base in the country. And don't think your boy Big Trap ever takes it for granted, bro. Boomer sooner. Till a casket drop. Trap House. Salute. Coach Prime, you my man. But you gotta check your son about that. Could have blinded that kid. Not cool.
I admit my soul was lost, running from the rapture. Mine was hypnotized, like Biggie driving backwards. Lord willing is just my testimony. Used to stuff the sandwich bags until my hands were cramped, homie. Paint a vivid picture with the wordplay. Romans 12:19, vengeance is God, that's what the words say. Chum filled water, I survive amongst the great whites. Skelly bypass, Oak Brook Magic Circle, late nights. Trap House. T-Town, what up?